Welcome to Gorilla's Friday Challenge Week 14 with Gorilla Test Papers. This weekly series is designed to help you master all key topics in the SEAG specification. This week we will look at the topic of algebra. This is the first question of the week. The question asks, what is the value of y in the equation below? The equation is 6 plus y equals 20. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The first learning point of the week is that to find the missing number, whatever you do on one side, you must do the same on the other. And so there are two ways to think about solving this. Way one is that we could subtract 6 from both sides to isolate y. This is because we want to get y by itself, so we have to undo the plus 6 by subtracting 6 from both sides. So we have 6 plus y equals 20. And after subtracting 6 from both sides, we have y equals 20 minus 6. And this gives us y equals 14. For this type of question, you can also think of moving the 6 to the other side of the equal sign. And when it comes to crossing the equal sign, the plus 6 becomes minus 6. So again, we get y equals 20 minus 6, which gives us 14. So therefore, the answer is 14. And either method is totally fine to use, it's just whatever makes the most sense to you. This is the second question of the week. The question asks, what is the value of x in the equation below? The equation is x divided by 5 equals 6. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. And just like before, there are two ways you can think about solving this. So the first way would be to multiply both sides by 5 to isolate x. We want to undo dividing x by 5, so therefore we have to multiply both sides by 5. So originally we have x divided by 5 equals 6, and after multiplying both sides by 5, it becomes x equals 6 multiplied by 5, which means that x is equal to 30. Another way to do this, like before, is moving the 5 across the equal sign. And since it's dividing x on the left, when it moves across the equal sign, it becomes multiplication. So therefore, we still get x equals 6 multiplied by 5, which gives us 30. So therefore, the answer is 30, and either method works for this question. This is the next question of the week. The question asks, what is the value of k in the equation below? The equation is 18 equals k minus 7. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. Once again, there are two ways to think about solving this. The first way is to add 7 to both sides in order to isolate k. This is because we want k by itself, and since it's subtracting 7, we have to undo that by adding 7 to both sides. So we start with 18 equals k minus 7, and after adding 7 to both sides, this becomes 18 plus 7 equals k, which gives us 25 equals k. The other way to do this, like before, is to move the minus 7 across the equal sign, and once it crosses the equal sign, it becomes plus 7. So once again, it would also be 18 plus 7 equals k, which also gives us 25. So therefore, the answer for this question is 25. This is the fourth question of the week. The question asks, what is the value of q in the equation below? The equation is 9 multiplied by q is 81. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. For this one, we also want to isolate the letter, which in this case is q. And so for the first way to do this, we have to divide both sides by 9. This is because q is being multiplied by 9 on the left side of the equal sign. And so to undo that, we have to do the opposite, which is divide by 9 on both sides. So originally we have 9 multiplied by q equals 81, and after dividing both sides by 9, we have q equals 81 divided by 9, which gives us q equals 9. Another way you could also do this is by moving the 9 across the equal sign, and when it crosses the equal sign, the multiplication becomes division. So once again, we still get q equals 81 divided by 9, which also gives us q equals 9. So either way, you get the same answer. This is the answer for this question. This is the fifth and final question of the week. The question asks, what is the value of z in the equation below? The equation is z plus 6 equals 3 multiplied by 5. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that you should always simplify one side of the equation first, then isolate the variable. So let's break this down step by step. So first we need to simplify the right hand side. To do this we need to work out what 3 multiplied by 5 is, which is 15. So this leaves us with z plus 6 equals 15. Now we have to isolate z by subtracting 6 from both sides. And so after subtracting 6 from both sides we get z equals 15 minus 6, which is z equals 9. And like before, there's also another way to think about it. You can also move the plus 6 to the other side of the equal sign, and when it crosses over it becomes a minus 6. So once again we also get z equals 15 minus 6, which is z equals 9. So therefore the answer is 9. And just like before, either method is totally fine to use. Congratulations, you have now completed this week of Gorilla's Friday Challenge by Gorilla Test Papers. If you're looking for more SEAG materials, head over to our site at www.gorillatestpapers.co.uk for all the resources you need. Don't forget to like this video and let us know how you did in the comments. We'd love to hear your score and any thoughts you have about the series. See you next week for another session of Gorilla's Friday Challenge.